Well, speaking of another actor who doesn't play himself, he plays a bunch of different characters, and he's always fucking awesome. I want to talk about Christian Bale taking on Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein. That is.
Okay. Oh, all right. Let's do it.
So this is something that just came out.
I thought he was kind of a jerk on set. Isn't he an asshole?
He is a jerk on set.
I'll get into that.
No, he's not a jerk on set. That dude was an asshole, and he had it coming to him, and he's the one that called him out.
Okay.
Don't believe everything you hear in the tabloids.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that in 1 second. But Christian Bale is working on The Bride of Frankenstein, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. Maggie Gyllenhaal and him are coming together to do this project. It's a remake of The Bride of Frankenstein for Netflix. And there's also another Frankenstein movie, or I should say series. I think it's a series coming out for Netflix. That's by Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, with Andrew Garfield leading the way. So this is different. It's a different project. This is actually based off of that old movie, 1931's Frankenstein. And they're saying right now he'll probably play the actual Dr. Frankenstein. He'll actually play, instead of playing Frankenstein's monster, he'll actually play the doctor, and he will be the person making the creature for his wife.
That's because Academy Award winner Brendan Fraser will play the monster.
Okay. In the Del Toro
Academy Award winner Brendan Fraser.
It's Garfield playing Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, but that's a different version too. That's not this one. So
I'm just asking because Garfield is a phenomenal actor.
I love him.
In period pieces.
Andrew Garfield?
Andrew Garfield's a fucking badass in period pieces. He was so
Elijah
good
Wood
in
did
Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge, he was fucking amazing in. So I'm I want to see him do more period stuff. So him as Victor Frankenstein, I'm 100%. Oh fuck yeah! But then also Bale.
Why?
Bale's a fucking great casting for this. I couldn't ask for a better Victor Frankenstein. I'm are you fucking kidding?
Didn't we just do a whole bunch of Frankenstein in the 2010s? Didn't we just do 8 different
Christian
Frankensteins
Bale
in the
as Victor
2010s?
Frankenstein.
We did. Elijah Wood was
Didn't
Victor
Danny
Frankenstein.
Radcliffe do a
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, it was that Harry Potter kid. My bad.
Yeah. But this is different. Maggie Gyllenhaal step in the director's chair.
More than Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I said the Harry Potter
Elijah
kid.
Wood. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Harry Potter, Elijah Wood, same person.
Let's go around the table right here. Let's go on the table. Let's start with Sabrina here. Sabrina, what do you think about Christian Bale playing Frankenstein and doing a movie with Maggie Gyllenhaal again? You think this is a good idea for his career? What do you think?
I agree with Lexi in that he is an amazing actor and very, very well cast in this. I'm not a really huge fan of the remake situation. And this particular film has been on the table to be remade a shit ton of times. Angelina Jolie was attached, Scarlett Johansson was attached.
I remember that.
There are so many times that different directors and different actors were attached to do this movie, and it just has never come to fruition. So I don't know if it's somehow weirdly cursed, but if this does wind up happening, I do believe that he is a great choice, obviously, for Dr. Frankenstein. And I also believe that Maggie Gyllenhaal, is probably a really good choice. I feel like this is, I know she's only directed The Lost Daughter, which was in 2022, but she won the Gotham Award and the Independent Spirit Award for Best Director. One was Breakout Director, one was Best Director. She did the screenplay. She won both of those awards for Best Screenplay and both of those awards for Best Picture. She was nominated for Best Director and Golden Globe, and the film was nominated for Best Supporting Actress and Best Actress, Olivia Colman and oh my goodness, what was the other girl's name? Jordan, Justin, Jalala, I can't remember, but they both got nominated for Best Supporting Actress and Best Actress. So I feel like she kind of is someone who burst out, kind of like Greta Gerwig did when she burst out into the scene as a director. So we're doing strong female directors, which I really like. Cruise Control, thank you.
Yeah.
So I feel like this can really be a success. I feel like if it's done right, it can be great. I'm interested to see who they're going to cast in the other parts.
Yeah, I think it could be great too. And they haven't said anybody else for casting. They've just said that it's Christian Bale. They don't have a production start date. Of course, we have a writer's strike, as we always talk about here. So nothing's happening anytime soon right now. But, it'll eventually move forward. And I think it is a good choice. I think it's a good choice. I think he's great. And what?
I'm sorry. Just one more weird thing. It's like this has not happened in a while. And I know there were a lot of failed attempts, but all of a sudden 2 things are happening at once, supposedly, right? Which is very weird to me. And it's kind of like Napoleon. like Ridley Scott is doing a Napoleon movie with Joaquin Phoenix, and then like there's also this like Stanley Kubrick inspired like Napoleon series that Steven Spielberg is going to do. Like, why are we doing like the same things in time with other things? Like, I'm like,
that happens
really?
a lot. Remember like 10 years ago when we got 8 Jungle Book movies? Like, why?
Because
like,
all the writers are on strike right now.
No, but these are things that were in development before the strike, Jacob. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, how
you get transmorphers.
It just
Transmorphers.
Listen, I just think after so many failed Frankenstein remakes that they're like, fuck it, we just really want to make Bride of Frankenstein, and they're finally doing it, which is awesome. Yeah. I think Maggie Gyllenhaal will be cool in it. I think Kristen Bell is a phenomenal choice.
No, she's not in it. She's directing it.
Better, because what I was going to say is I think the bride should be Christina Ricci. That's it.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh, I would
that'd
love
be really
that.
good.
Look at that beautiful forehead with that giant fucking
Yes.
towering Marge Simpson haircut. It'd be fucking beautiful.
Yeah, you're actually right.
Love her.
But Jacob, do you think that Maggie Gyllenhaal should be in this at all? Do you think she should do anything or just direct?
I think she's talented, and if she chose to be in it, she'd be great. I just don't know what exactly she would be, other than the wife of Frankenstein.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
The maid in there that gets off by the monster. It'd be one of those two. She could be. I think it'd be cool if she was like, you know, dressed up like an old hag with the townspeople and a pitchfork and a torch. That'd be
she could definitely
cool.
do like a cameo. Like
that'd be cool.
If she wants a cameo, she can do it because you know why? She's Maggie fucking Gyllenhaal, and it's her goddamn.
She's so pretty. She's like so underratedly pretty. Like that picture of her is so lovely.
She's underratedly a great actress, dude. She was in the Harold Frick movie. I don't know what's that called. Fiction, Brian. What's it called?
Which movie?
Stranger Than Fiction.
Jake Gyllenhaal's about to have a bad time.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that movie she made before the Gray 50 Shades of Grey? She did a movie that was better.
It wasn't 50 Shades of Grey. It was called. She wasn't in 50 Shades of Grey.
No, I said before 50 Shades of Grey, she did a movie that was better, and it was called The Secretary.
Okay, well, I mean,
I haven't seen that.
You were saying she was in.
She's a great actress.
It was an S&M situation with James Spader.
Yeah, I know
his name, right?
About.
Yeah, you know.
See, I watched some things.
Yeah,
Fuck
apparently
yeah.
S&M
Rachel.
movies and horror movies.
Rachel, what do you think about her, about this whole casting? You think that he's going to be great? And also, do you think that Maggie Gyllenhaal is going to knock it out of the park directing this project?
How do you feel about Christina Ricci?
I love Christina Ricci. I haven't seen anything else that Maggie has directed. So I assume that she's competent if she got nominated for all those awards and whatnot. She certainly has enough experience being on set and being in front of the camera that I feel like applies to being behind the camera.
You learn a lot being in front of the camera.
As far as the necessity for another Frankenstein movie, I don't see it.
Hey, it's been a minute. Like, it was the 90s when we were pumping those bad boys.
It has been a minute.
No, we just did one in the 2010s. Danny Radcliffe did one, and there was another one that came out like within 5 minutes of that.
It's a sequel. It's a sequel.
Daniel Radcliff did a Frankenstein movie?
Yeah, he did Frankenstein. And he got his spine ripped out. It was fucking dope. But it's a sequel.
I love Danny Radcliffe. I'll watch anything he's in. I honestly, what I would like to see from a Frankenstein movie is our Soul Monsters universe. I would like them to do what they were trying to do when they did the Mummy remake with Tom Cruise and reinstate the Monsters universe, the dark universe. I was really into that, and I would really love for them to do that.
Yeah, so, they were trying.
And honestly,
hold on.
Take.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but go ahead.
Was good. I like the Mummy.
The Mummy is the reason why they stopped the Dark Universe, and one of the previous reboots of this film was actually supposed to be part of the Dark Universe, and the Mummy fucked it up. So they pulled back, and
it was the Mummy. It was the Mummy. It was Daniel Radcliffe's Frankenstein, and it was Dracula Untold.
No.
I'm just saying the Mummy was so bad that they were like, we're pulling the plug on this situation.
I would have believed you right now if you said you were.
The Mummy was a really hard one to do because everyone associates the Mummy so hard with the 1999 classic
Brendan
with Brendan
Fraser one.
Fraser,
Yeah.
which is
Good.
undefeatable. Like you can't compare the two movies at all.
Yeah.
They're two
Because
completely.
I mean,
Academy
I'm sure
Award winner
Tom
Brendan
Cruise-
fucking Fraser.
Tom Cruise
Academy
lost a lot of
Award
sleep
winner.
knowing that
So good.
Brendan Fraser beat him.
Though. Like that's what you compare it to is Indiana Jones. You don't compare it to the
Right.
original Mummy. Like the original Mummy is a different film. So like when you try to
Absolutely.
compare
Well,
the 99
you have the original,
Mummy,
and then you have the
it's
Brendan
like,
Fraser, and then you have the Tom Cruise, and all three of them are uncomparable.
they're
But
not.
don't
Yeah,
forget
they're
the
not-
mummy's hand. The other one.
Yeah.
Everybody.
But Lexi, are you going to the theater to see this right away? Or are you watching this on Netflix? Or are you going to be like, I'll pass?
I'm not going to the theater to see shit anymore.
She's gonna wait till I
Jacob, you
watch
didn't
it and
drink.
tell her that it's fucking amazing, and then I love it, and then she says, "I'll pass."
I went and saw Fast 10 in the theater, and there was a fucking baby in the theater. You think I'm going to the theater to see shit anymore? I'm done. I'm done with
That's
this
tough.
shit. People, like, I have a 60-inch television and a sound bar. I'm good at staying at home. I don't need to go to the theater.
I
for
like
shit
going to the
anymore.
theater personally. I'm seeing
Like-
Barbie in the theater twice. I went
there's
see
a- there's a-
Oppenheimer in the theater
there's
because
the odd
Oppenheimer's a
thing
film
here
you
and
see in the
there.
theater.
I have an odd thing here and there. If they tell me on the show, like if the podcast, like you gotta go see this in the theater, I'm like, all right, I'll go see it in the theater, like The Whale. But like, if the show doesn't tell me to see it in the theater, I ain't watching that shit in the theater. Like, I really am not, because like the theater experience has become so miserable. Like we went to the fucking Alamo, and I had to fucking complain. I'm like, I've never had to complain at the Alamo about people. I'm like, you gotta be fucking killing. I had to fill out the card and
You
like
eat and drink in
put it
there,
in
and
the
still
thing.
people aren't that fucking loud. What the
I'm
fuck
like,
happened?
a motherfucker sitting next to me is
The
complaining.
people
I'm
directly
like,
next to us would not shut up.
I'm
that
like, I'm watching
sucks.
Tokyo Drift, and I'm like, man, you would not shut the fuck up
And
during
like
Tokyo.
the
I'm like,
Alamo, for anyone who doesn't have an Alamo theater in their area, it's specifically marketed towards
for
adults.
people who don't talk in
And it's
theater. I'm
specifically
like,
Is that what it's
says
supposed
it
to be,
has-
really?
yeah, I'm
Like,
like, they have a
burgers and
whole
beer.
I didn't know
like,
that.
at the start of it,
It's
they're like,
fantastic.
really, don't talk in the theater, and they're
amazing.
like, if you talk
But
in
yeah.
the theater, like,
Like, if you talk,
have
you
a
will be
whole
kicked out.
system. Like,
They are
yeah, like,
serious
you will be
about
kicked
it.
out.
That's
So
how
I
it
was
should
like,
be. Well,
Yeah,
Sabrina
I
would
was
get
like,
kicked out all the time.
That's
They
the
just,
only
they
theater
just
I'll
need to
go
put
to
that
this
thing
point, or
at the beginning of the
Alamos.
movie when it says, you know, please turn off your cell phones and take your babies outside.
Right.
That's what they need to fucking say. Like,
So,
I'm
like-
sorry, don't bring a fucking baby
Well,
to the
it
goddamn.
depends on
I'm
what the
gonna
movie
take my
is.
kid to go see Mario, and you have a fucking baby. The baby doesn't know what the fuck's going on. You're
If I'm
ruining the
going to
experience
like
for my
No
Little
idea.
Mermaid
'Cause you got
and
a
there's a kid who
little
won't
fucking
shut
child
up, fine.
and
I'm like,
shits
look,
and
I know,
pukes
like
on
that
itself.
sounds
Yep.
like a bitching experience. Like I know, I'm like, oh, I'm ruining the theater experience. It was like, I remember growing up, like, the theater was always like hit and miss, but like,
Back in
it was
my
not-
day.
it's not
Experience.
like. It's not like it is nowadays. I'm like, people are fucking rude with the phones and all this kind of shit. Like, I remember going to a theater one time, and somebody had their phone out with their kid watching something on the phone while we were watching a horror movie. And I'm like, leave your fucking kid at home. And I was like,
Get a
what's the
babysitter.
point? What's the
Yeah,
point? I'm
they
like,
don't do it.
I
They don't do
wanna-
it.
And I was like, look, it was a dollar theater. I'm like, at this point, I don't have room to complain, but also, like, I do have complete room to complain.
The Trop
I'm like-
Cinemas is a Wild West. You
I'm
get
like-
what you get.
I mean,
It's
It's
a
a
dollar theater, but I still
What's
have
the-
room to complain. I'm like, you still brought a baby to a horror movie and then
It's true.
put a phone on
It's
and
gonna
then
be
put
loud.
it
It's
on.
gonna
I'm
be
like,
quiet and super loud.
I'm
You know that
like,
shit's gonna cry.
when you achieve a level of rude that a dollar theater goes, whoa, you
Yeah,
have
it's not
achieved,
good.
like,
Did
rudeness
they
in
not
the
have
dollar
little baby
theater.
earbuds for the baby to listen to
Oh,
their
no.
baby movie?
I mean,
I'm like,
They was just
I'm like,
listening
you
to their
go
baby
fuck
movie
yourself.
on
This is why. This is why
by the
men
way-
have vasectomies.
Oh,
that-
shit.
Yes. Yes.
Wait,
Feminism.
Wow.
Children,
feminist
not friends of
Wow.
the show.